Hello, hope you're doing good. This video is really exciting because it is something that I've been meaning to work on for like months and months. I've really been wanting to get more into mixed media, so this video is pretty exciting. It's going to be painting on my own photographs. Let's get into the project, but first I need to go to the store really quick and pick up something that I need for this project. Good choice. Shortest first. I like it. Let's get into it. So it's my first time using matte medium and it seems to be working good. I assumed that I needed it to like connect the paint because the photos are kind of shiny and slippery. I just put it on all of the spots where I was planning to put paint on. So I thought that while I painted it, I would tell you a little bit about the story or the inspiration behind each of the pieces. I took this photo of my friend around the end of summer. We went to the beach and took some nice pictures before I sketched out a few ideas of things that I think would like work together if I were to draw and paint on top of the photo. So I was going there with the thought in mind of what could work to paint on top of. One of my favorite ideas I came up with was these fishes going around her as if they had just jumped out of the lake and they were jumping all around her. I wanted the fishes to kind of have some of the same colors as what she was wearing, so I made sure to keep the purple in there, and I also wanted some orange. Once I painted them, I added some line work, and then that was all finished for the very first painting on my photography. Alright, sick. This one turned out pretty cool. I'm happy that I have a little bit more experience painting on photos now, and I'd say the only thing that I don't love about it is that the fishes came out like looking a tiny bit too maybe colorful, maybe a tiny bit like childish, but not in like a bad way, but like that's not really the vibe that I was going for. I kind of wish I didn't add quite as many colors and it was more like orange, yellow, But overall, it's still a vibe. I just don't think they match her like expression that much. Like if they were somewhat more realistic looking, just a bit less colorful, then they might match like the serious tone of her face more. Anywho, let's move on to the next one. So this is another idea I came up with beforehand in my sketchbook when I was trying to come up with ideas of what would work cohesively as a painting on a photograph. I wanted to draw these little monsters around a tent, and I wanted the background to basically be a real picture of a forest. So one day, me and my roommate and his son, we went out to the forest and we took some flash photos. We found this little like stick fort and we put the flash in there, and it was basically the exact same shape as the tent that I was going to paint on there. The photo turned out really cool, actually, just all by itself. I've really been loving doing this kind of like splotchy ground. I like how it looks like light is flickering onto the grass. I wonder what these monsters are doing sneaking up on this tent. What kind of little pranks they're gonna pull. Okay, this one turned out so freaking good. I'm actually so excited about it. This is making me happy. The green shadows didn't like meld into the shadow of the picture quite as much as I wanted to, but that was like midway I decided that I didn't like the way that looked. So I just added it to be a bit brighter, and it's so cool. I'm so happy. It's really giving the vibe of painted photos that I was wanting to see, and I love how it looks like you just get like a little glimpse into what's happening in the darkness in the forest. Alright, let's move on to the very last painted photo in this video. This is a photo of my boyfriend's aunt when we went over to their house for lunch one time. We were talking about photography, and I took some photos of his aunt. This was a while ago as well, and I've been meaning to paint on it for a little while. Ali, my boyfriend, was just joking around saying that I should turn her into the queen, and so I kind of went with that idea of like royalty or something, but I simply cannot paint actual queens and kings because I'm too into nature, so I painted her as kind of like a wildwood queen, a queen of the forest. With this one, at first I wasn't sure if I wanted to put the background in or not, to just leave the photo background, but overall I'm super happy that I did end up putting the background in, because experimentation wise it let me like see what a photo would look like completely painted, other than like the face or the main character, which I think is a really cool look. I absolutely love the shirt on her. I think it looks stunning. The only thing that I'm not like fully happy with is the crown. Something about it just isn't perfect, but I still like it overall, and I'm really happy with all of these paintings. So with the last one, I decided to paint straight on, as you saw, and overall I don't know if I can tell a difference. I feel like maybe it comes out a tiny bit more matte overall when you paint straight on the photo versus on the matte medium. I feel like without the matte medium it was like a tiny bit smoother, or it was a tiny bit more matte, but it was smoother painting experience, but it also came out like a tiny bit more matte, I think, but it's like you can hardly tell, so I don't know. You can just paint straight on the photo if you feel like trying it out. I had a lot of fun making this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Overall, I'm super happy with how they all turned out, and I'm even more happy that I was able to do this after so long of kind of putting it off and doing other projects. I definitely want to get into mixed media even more, and I definitely think I will be painting more photos in the future. I think it has such a cool look, and it also pulls together some of the ways in which I like to be creative with like different mediums, so that's cool. Anyway, I hope maybe you got inspired or you learned something from this video, and maybe you might paint on photos as well. Bye for now. Leave a like, a comment, or a sub if you want to, and I hope you have a wonderful day. That's all for now. Leave a like, a comment, or a sub if you want to, and I hope you have a wonderful day. That's all for now.